Hello, good morning, everyone. Are you guys ready? Okay, let us wait. Good morning. Sige, maya-maya mag-start tayo. Let's wait for others. All right, let's start. Adding decimals and subtracting decimals. All right, so ang ating topic for today is about adding decimals and subtracting decimals. So here we have an example. Okay, for a moment. All right, so we have here an example of decimals. Okay, so we have 1.52 plus 3.61. All right, now what are we going to do first? Okay, okay, first we have to arrange these numbers into columns. How are we going to do that? All right, so okay. How are we going to do that? So 1.52, okay, plus 3.61. Okay, now let's add. Okay, so let's move it here kasi hindi kasha. Okay, let's rewrite it. Let's rewrite it, okay? Kasi hindi kasha eh. 1.52 plus 3.61. Alright. Hindi kasha. Ayan siya. Okay, let's solve. Then, second, we are going to add this from right to left. Okay, papunta dito. Okay, papunta dito. It means from here, going here. Okay, 2 plus 1 is equals to 1. Okay, let's erase this para hindi magulo. And 5 plus 6 is equals to 11. Then carry 1. 1 plus 3 is equals to 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. So teacher, how are we going to do that? Of course, ang ating decimal point here, okay, ito, it should be aligned. Okay? So, saan tayo maglalagay ng decimal point? Of course, here. Dapat naka-aligned sila. So, ganun siya. Next, another example. We have, okay, dito, i-erase na lang natin to para we have space. Okay. Number 2 example, 3.91 plus 5.13. All right. So again, our first step is to what? We have to rearrange it or rearrange the numbers into columns. All right. Okay. 3.91, or we can read this as 3 and 91 hundredths. Okay. Plus 5.13, or 5 and 13 hundredths. Then let's add, okay, from right to left. Okay, 1 plus 3 is equals to 4. And 9 plus 1 is equals to 10. Carry 1. All right. Then 3 plus 5 is equals to 8. Then add 1 is equals to 9. Okay. So where are we going to write our decimal point? Of course, it here. Dapat naka-aligned silang to. What do we call this? Decimal point. Dapat naka-aligned po yan. All right. So we have another example. To make it master. Okay. The third example, still we are in adding decimals. Okay. We have 6.15 plus 7.83. All right. First, we need to rearrange it. Okay. 6.15, or read this as 6 and 15 hundredths. Okay. Then 7 and 83 hundredths. Okay. So let's go. We need to add them from right to left. 5 plus 3 is 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. And 6 plus 7 is equals to 13. Then we are going to put the decimal point. And of course, okay, dapat it should be aligned. All right. It should be here. As you can see. Okay. All right. Then another example. Okay. Another example is 5.13 plus 2.17. Okay. Or we can change this. Sige, let us make it okay, like just like this. 1, 4, 3. Tatlong digits sa first number natin. Hello, Trending J. Thank you so much po for subscribing. All right. So let's go. Rearrange it. Number first step, rearrange. 5.43, or we read as 5 and 143 thousandths. All right. Why is it thousands? Because 3 is in a thousands place. Okay. So that's how you're going to read the decimal numbers. Okay. Then we need to add 2 and 17 hundredths. Okay. So here, 2 and 17 hundredths. Okay. It looks like this. Okay. So pwede ka namang mag-add dito ng 0 or pwede na ring hindi. So, ganun siya. So, you bring down 3. Then, of course, 4 plus 7 is equals to 11. Then, carry 1. Then, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. And then, add 1 is equals to 3. And next, 5 plus 2 is equals to 7. So, teacher, how are we going to put the decimal point? Of course, it should be aligned. As as I have said, you need to align all the decimal points. Hindi pwedeng dito, hindi pwedeng dito. Okay. So, let's move to subtracting. So, let us see if the same lang ba yung process in subtracting decimal numbers. Okay, let's have number 1 examples for subtracting. Okay. We have 6.13 minus or subtract 5.12. All right. First, we need to rearrange it again. Okay? 6 or here, right here na lang. 6.13 minus 5.12. All right. So, let's do it. So, again, from right to left. Okay. 3 minus 2 is equals to how much? 1. And then, how are we going to do this? 1 minus 1. Teka. 1 minus 1. Okay. 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay. And then, right here, the decimal point. And of course, 6 minus 1 is equals to 1. So, it's like adding decimals lang din. Okay, yung process. Then, next example, what about if the numbers like this? 7.56 minus 3.15. All right. So again, the first step, you need to rearrange the numbers, this one and this one. So here, 7.56, or we read this as 7, and ang dot na to, or the decimal point, we read this and 7 and 56 hundredths. Okay. Then minus 3.15, or we read this as 3 and 15 hundredths. Okay. Then, after we arrange it, we need to minus from right to left again. Okay. 6 minus 5 is 1. And 5 minus 1 is 4. And then, the decimal point here. And 7 minus 3 is equals to 4. Okay. So we have another example. Next. 7.61. Okay. Minus 3. Oh, sorry. Let's change it. 2.50. Okay. Again, the first step in subtracting decimals, we need to rearrange this kasi hindi siya naka-arrange in column. Okay, let's do this. 7 and 61 hundredths minus, okay, 2 and 50 hundredths. Okay, now let's minus the number here. Okay, the are given. 1 minus 0 is equals to 0. 0, sorry. It's 1. Okay? Ayan. Then, 6 minus 5 is equals to 1. And then the decimal point here. Okay, just copy it. Okay. And 7 minus 2 is equals to 5. All right. So, I think we mastered already. Okay, so let us um, a short quiz about this. Let's do first the adding decimals. All right. So number one, 3 and 15 hundredths plus 2 and 16 hundredths. Number two, liitan natin. Okay. Okay na yan. Number two is 5 and 12 hundredths plus 3 and 14 hundredths. And the third one is 7 and 15, 7 and 152 thousandths plus 2 and 13 hundredths. All right. So, okay. Let us solve first the number one. Okay. So let us solve the number one here. So again, sabi 'di ba? We need to do first rearrange in column. How are we going to do that? Okay, dito tayo magsusolve. Maliit yung space. All right. So 3 and 15 hundredths plus 2 and 16 hundredths. All right. 3, kita pa ba? Ayun. 3 and 15 hundredths. And then plus 2 and 16 hundredths, 2 and 16 hundredths. Okay, let us add. Once you arrange it already, this one, the first step, we need to add these numbers from right to left. Of course, you know this already. Okay, di ba? Ganun din naman in when you are going to add normal numbers or like adding numbers without decimal point. So just like that. Now, 5 plus 6 is equals to 11. So we need to write here 1, then carry 1 above. Okay, so 1 plus 1 is equals to 2, plus 1 is equals to 3. Then we need to write the decimal point it here. All right. And then we need to add the whole numbers here. The left side, 3 plus 2 is equals to 5. All right, so our answer here is 5 and 31 hundredths. All right, give me a thumbs up if you understand my lesson, our lesson. All right, thank you. Then let's solve the number 2. Okay, so let us solve the number 2 here. Let's arrange first. Okay, 5 and 12. Okay. Then 12 hundredths. Okay. Now, let's go to the other number. It's plus, okay, plus 3 and 14. All right. Now, let's add. 2 plus 4 is equals to 6. Okay? Then 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. And then 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. Then, of course, don't forget to, what is this? Decimal point. Okay, it should be here. Naka-align po siya. Alright? So, let us solve the number 3. Since we do not have any space, we need to erase the number 1 and 2. Alright, so let us erase the number 1 here. Alright, so erase natin. So our number 3 here is 7 and 152 thousands. Okay, then plus, okay, what is the number here? 2 and 13 yeah, 13 hundredths. Okay. Now, sabi ko, we can add it here 0 para makita mo na meron kang ina-add na two numbers or two digits. But pwede namang no need to write it. Okay. You just bring down number 2 and then add 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. And then 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. And then, of course, you need to write the decimal point. Don't forget, kasi once na hindi mo nalagyan ng decimal point, you will be wrong. Okay? Magkamali tayo doon. So, you don't forget to write the decimal point. And the whole numbers, we need to add the whole numbers here on the left side. 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. All right? So, I hope it is clear for you. Okay. If you have questions or suggestions with this lesson for today, you need to comment down below. Okay. Thank you so much. And let's go to subtracting. Okay. Let us see. Subtracting decimals. Okay. So let's erase this. Let's go to number 1. Subtracting na po tayo. Okay. 9 and 62 minus, okay, let us rewrite it. 9.62 minus 6.11. Okay. Now, number 2, we have 8 point, what is it? 0.55 minus 6 minus 6.13. And number 3 is 5.21, or we can rewrite this 5 and 65 minus 3.13. All right. Okay, so let's solve this. Okay. Arrange 9 and 62 minus 6.11, or we can read that 6 and 11 hundredths. Okay, so let's go. 6 minus 1 is equals to 1. 2 minus, sorry, 2 minus 1 is equals to 1. And 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. Okay, it's 5. Why is it? It's like S, an S, like S. 5. Then, decimal point here. 9 minus 6 is equals to 3. Then, this is our answer. Okay. So, let's move to number 2. Okay. So, our number 2 here is 2 and 55 hundredths minus 6 and 13 hundredths. So let us solve that one. 8.55 or 8 and 55 hundredths minus 6 and 13 hundredths. Now let us subtract. All right. So 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. 5 minus 1 is equals to 4. And then, don't forget to write here the decimal point. All right. And then, of course, let us minus the whole numbers here on the left side. 8 minus 6 is equals to 2. So, this is our answer in number 2. And let's move to our last number. Okay. Again, let us erase 1 and 2. Okay, let's erase. Okay. Are given here number 3. 5. Okay, 5 and 65 hundredths. Then minus 3 and 13 hundredths. 3 and 13 hundredths. Now let us do let's go in solving. Okay, let's erase this because, all right. So 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. Then 6 minus 1 is equals to 5. All right. Then, of course, our decimal point here, it should be aligned. Don't forget. And then 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. So the answer is here. Okay. So that's it. So thank you for your time, and you just comment down below if you have suggestions about our lesson for today about the adding decimals and subtracting decimals. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you on next Friday, and we will be talking about multiplying decimals and and dividing decimals. And thank you so much again. Bye.